Hello dear viewers, today I'm going to show you a townhouse. I guarantee you'll like it. It's priced lower than a 3-bedroom apartment in this same region. The townhouse has an area of 166 square meters. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a separate kitchen with a dining area and a separate living room. The complex is located on the first line from the sea, but the townhouse itself is not on the first line. It's in the center of the complex. The townhouse has a small plot of land with a total area of about 200 square meters. Part of it is here. As you can see, we have a living hedge made of oleanders. There's a palm tree and a cypress. Some flowers over there separated from the neighboring plot, which is just like this one. If you want, you can put up a stamped fence like this one if you need to separate yourself from the neighbors. There's bougainvillea here. Let's go take a look. We'll start from the entrance. I'm sure you'll like it. So let's go inside the house. I'll immediately tell you what I would improve a little here. Let me say right away, everything you see in the video, except maybe some of the owner's personal belongings, is included in the price of this townhouse. I almost said villa. And just a heads up, we didn't do any pre-sale cleaning here. Everything is as it is, so please don't judge us too harshly. Look, there's a niche here, a wardrobe for clothes, or at least for shoes, and maybe a mirror in the entryway would fit perfectly in this niche. There's another niche here as well, and a wardrobe would fit perfectly here too, because you need to use the space somehow. If you put doors here, a wardrobe for clothes would fit perfectly in this spot as well. We're not entering the kitchen, we're entering the hallway. Here we have a TV, a sofa, basically, you can see it all. A working fireplace. Please pay attention. Very often, for some reason, developers build a fireplace that is adjacent to an exterior wall. This is not an exterior wall. Well, if this were a villa and there was a fireplace here with a chimney, the chimney would already be outside the building, meaning it would be heating the street, not the room itself. The fireplace is made very properly. It is built in the center of the room, it actually works, and it will really heat the room itself, not the street, if you want to use it for warmth in the winter. Let's move on. Here we have a small dining area. We helped the townhouse owners purchase all the furniture and appliances. And the furniture is of good quality, but you can see that it's already old, so you can keep it and use it, or you can replace it with something else. Here's the kitchen area, and the appliances are in decent condition. For example, I see that the oven manual is still inside the oven, which probably means it has never been used. For some reason, there are 2 microwave ovens, a stove, and a range hood, all Beko brand. There's also a dishwasher and a refrigerator. There are good quality aluminum windows. Right outside the window, on the plot that belongs to this townhouse, there are pomegranates, a pomegranate tree. I can already see the pomegranates. Some you can reach right from here, others you have to pick from outside. As you can see, there are bars on the windows. We are outside the city. They were installed here for security. And in general, I truly always really like it when there's an expansive big window right by the kitchen sink, so you can do your daily chores, and also gaze upon the beauty of the lush greenery. From here, you can see a bit of the sea in that direction. Plus there's good lighting, so the kitchen opens onto the terrace. Let's go take a look at it. The terrace is covered. If 3 bedrooms aren't enough for you and you need a 4th, you could actually turn this terrace into a bedroom by simply installing double glazed windows here. There you go. I told you that this townhouse has another piece of land on this side. Here it is, with the very pomegranate tree I mentioned earlier. The total area of the plot is approximately 200 square meters. That's if you include this section and that section on the other side. And look, the neighbors have covered theirs. Good for them. They did it in a very practical homeowner-like way. Here too you could cover everything if you wanted or put up a fence. The owners haven't done anything with it. You see, it's just a neglected plot. They covered it with plastic film to prevent weeds from growing, added gravel and planted this pomegranate tree, and I think that's rosemary. And they haven't done anything else. By the way, the complex has a water outlet for irrigation, and there's a water recycling system in the complex. So there's water, it's free, there's plenty of it here, so everything is set up for having lots of greenery and beauty. Double glazed windows, aluminum frames, everything is of very, very high quality. Let's go back to the living room and take a look at another terrace. Here's what I like about this house. There are plenty of places where you can set up storage for all sorts of household items. That's important. That's usually what's missing in new buildings. And there are also plenty of terraces and balconies here. Let's go. And you know what else I like? A major feature. If we were to buy something new, we would pay, well, about £10,000 for a house like this today. There are aluminum shutters everywhere that protect from the sun and heat. Look at this beautiful bougainvillea. Of course, it needs to be trimmed and made to look nice. There's also a pergola, which is included in the price of the villa, Let's go see what the neighbors have done. They went a step further and built a roof. Look, they have shade. You can build exactly the same kind of roof here. You'll have a covered terrace, and you can cover it as well. You'll have another covered terrace, and in fact, you could even enclose it with double glazed windows. That would give you another room. But believe me, in Northern Cyprus, you don't need that. Now let's take a look at the plot of land in front of this townhouse. It's not very well maintained. Here you can either plant fruit trees or lay down a lawn. In general, you can bring any of your ideas or dreams to life. By the way, bougainvillea here is pink on one side, and on the other side, as you can see, there are also white flowers. So if you want, you can really make this place beautiful. Let's move on. Let's take a look inside the house. Also, air conditioners by Beko are installed throughout the house. Come on, let's check out the first floor. Here we have a washing machine. And in this spot, all sorts of household items are stored. You could put doors under the stairs and close off everything here, including the washing machine. I really like this spot. There's a sink here so that if guests come over, they don't have to go to the main bathroom. And there's also a toilet with a shower right here on the first floor, which is convenient if you've just come back from the beach. You can take a shower here right away, or wash your feet, rinse off the sand, and then go up to the second floor without bringing all that dirt into the house. Let's go see what's on the second floor. The staircase is quite spacious and lit by a window like this. I like that this villa is 166 square meters. Forgive me, I often call it a villa, but in fact it's a townhouse because here you either have apartments or villas. There is no third type of property in Northern Cyprus. So the second floor, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors. Let's start with the first one. This is the family bathroom. The bathroom has a frosted window, a toilet, a sink, all in excellent condition. But I think the new owner could install a more modern toilet, maybe a new bathtub, this sink, and the faucets. Naturally, the mirror should be replaced. But the tiles are fine, you can keep them. By the way, the doors are very high quality, with seals. You don't even need to replace the doors or the hardware. Moving on. The next door leads to a bedroom. It's a good size, they don't build them like this anymore. Closets. As you can see, there are those very shutters everywhere that I mentioned, which do a great job protecting from the sun and the heat. And this bedroom has its own private little balcony. Let's go take a look. And from this balcony, we have a small view of the sea. We're about 400 meters from the beach. Overall, the location is excellent. About 2.5 kilometers in that direction, there's a supermarket. And in general, we drove here from the center of Kyrenia, from our office, and it took us about 32 kilometers. And we saw quite a few shops and little restaurants along the way. In general, quite a lot of infrastructure has been built here in just the past 2 years. That's it. The balcony is small. By the way, take a look at what the neighbors have done. I mentioned on the first floor that we could put a ceiling over the terrace on the first floor. They didn't just add a ceiling, they actually extended it and made a big balcony here. Give a like if you also like this idea. So on the second floor, we've seen the bedroom and the family bathroom. Next, the following door is a storage room. Honestly, I've hardly ever seen storage rooms in villas, let alone in townhouses or apartments. But here you go, there is one here. There's an outlet and lighting. Wonderful. If you don't need a storage room and want to turn this into another toilet or a toilet with a shower, the space allows for it. And this room faces the exterior wall. So you can install ventilation, add a window, and if you want, convert it into another bathroom. Moving on. The next bedroom. Again, there are closets. Right now, it's been converted into an office, but if you want, you can remove the desk and chair and put a bed here. Again, there is a window here, no balcony, but there are shutters on the window and a wonderful, very beautiful view of the Kyrenia Mountains. And the last, fifth door on this floor leads to another bedroom, which also doesn't have a balcony, but it's quite spacious. There's a single bed here now, but if you wish, you can put in a double bed or even a king-size bed. Again, there are shutters on the window, which is very good and wonderful. Well, at least from this spot, if you open the shutters, there's a wonderful panoramic view of the sea that will never be blocked. Beautiful. Dear viewers, let's sum up. We are in Tatlisu in the Kyrenia region, in a resort complex, but you can live here permanently, right on the seafront. The townhouse is located in the center of the complex, not on the front line, but it's about 400 meters to the beach. Within the complex itself, there is a large communal swimming pool, a children's pool, a small park, and plenty of walking paths. As you can see, the roads are wide, there are sidewalks, also quite wide, clean, and well maintained. There is also a children's playground. There is no other infrastructure within the complex itself. The complex is gated, and only those who know the PIN code and enter it from their phone can enter. The townhouse has an area of 166 square meters, with an additional private plot of land of approximately 200 square meters, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's quite spacious. There are balconies and terraces. It is fully furnished. The furniture is not new anymore, but all the appliances are in excellent condition. The price of the townhouse is 145,500 British pounds sterling. Moreover, VAT and everything you see in the video are already included in the price. And that's almost an additional £7,300. I think it's an excellent price. That's twice as cheap as a 3-bedroom apartment in this region. Give a like if you enjoyed this video. If you like the townhouse, if you're interested in it and want to reserve it, learn more information, or maybe even purchase it, please reach out for a free consultation using the link in the description of this video. If you're interested in any other real estate properties, including investment properties that offer a guaranteed return of 150% on your investment, as well as a rental income guarantee for 25 years, with a guaranteed yield starting from 7.5% per year and higher, feel free to contact us. We will be happy to be of help to you in every way.